I know that last year PK was upset about Dorit calling him an alcoholic.
He's a full-blown alcoholic.
And Dorit has said he was fine with this. He knew that I had said that he had stopped drinking.
Dorit Kemsley just dropped a financial bombshell about her divorce from PK that nobody saw coming. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star revealed she's been completely cut off, forced to pay bills she never handled before, and finding out about financial obligations through her business manager without any warning. From threatening emails about custody to losing Boy George in the divorce, this messy split exposes the ugly truth about what happens when money becomes a weapon in a Hollywood breakup. On the December 11th episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 15, Dorit finally exposed the devastating reality of her financial situation. During a heart-to-heart conversation with her parents, who flew in from Florida to support her, she made a shocking confession that left everyone stunned. "PK doesn't give me any money," Dorit stated bluntly. "He expects me to pay the bills, and he believes he's doing more than enough. I don't even know what he's doing." This revelation hit particularly hard because PK used to handle everything behind the scenes until he suddenly dumped major financial obligations in her lap without any notice. These weren't small expenses either. Dorit emphasized she wasn't talking about grocery bills or credit card payments. These were major financial responsibilities that she suddenly found herself solely responsible for. The most frustrating part, communication has completely broken down. Dorit hasn't had a single conversation with PK to learn what he expects her to pay or what he's still covering. Instead, she discovers financial surprises through their business manager when PK randomly decides he's no longer paying something. "I just find out from the business manager if he decides he's no longer paying something. It lands right in my lap," Dorit explained during her confessional. "I don't know what's coming, when it's coming. Imagine living your life, making plans, and suddenly getting hit with a massive unexpected bill that you thought was already handled." That's Dorit's new reality. The whiplash of managing finances she never touched during their nearly decade-long marriage has become overwhelming. The financial warfare escalated dramatically when PK sent Dorit a threatening 7-page email in February 2025. The message laid out his plan to cut her off financially and fight for custody of their 2 children, Jagger, 11, and Phoenix, 9. The brutal email left castmates Erika Jayne and Bozoma St. John begging Dorit to take immediate legal action to protect herself from losing everything. Erika warned bluntly that PK is ruthless in business, which means he'll be equally ruthless in divorce. "I keep yelling from the mountaintops, 'Hey, you need to take shelter. No one is listening to me.'" But in a shocking twist, Dorit later revealed she had a surprisingly friendly phone conversation with PK after the threatening email. She told Erika and Bozoma that during their call, she saw glimpses of the father of her children and the man she thought no longer existed. Bozoma wasn't buying it. She warned Dorit that PK's sudden change felt like a trick, explaining that he was trying to calm her down so she wouldn't take aggressive legal action while he quietly positioned himself for advantage. "It feels like a trick," Bozoma said directly. "The advantage is that he wants to have the upper hand. If you are cornered like any animal, you are going to strike. He's afraid of how smart you are and how you will strike." Beyond money, PK's been fighting Dorit over custody arrangements for their kids. According to court filings obtained by Page 6, PK is pushing for joint custody in direct response to Dorit's initial request for sole custody, and he's asked the court to terminate Dorit's request for spousal support while waiving his own right to it. The custody disputes have taken a serious emotional toll on the children, especially Jagger. Dorit described a particularly heartbreaking incident involving a planned Florida trip with her parents. After PK returned from a weeks-long European trip, Dorit received a letter from a lawyer saying he was going to block the trip. Then PK called Phoenix directly and announced he'd come to Florida too, staying in a hotel with the kids during their supposed grandparent visit. The manipulation devastated Jagger, who Dorit said has been walking around like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Within 5 minutes of her parents arriving in Beverly Hills, Jagger finally seemed like himself again. "This is the first time I'm seeing the impact of my and PK's divorce, and it's ripping my heart out of my chest," Dorit admitted tearfully. "It just feels like whatever I'm doing, it's not enough." Adding insult to injury, Dorit also lost a close friend in the divorce. Boy George, the Culture Club singer who PK manages and who was practically part of their family for years, has completely sided with PK. When Andy Cohen asked Dorit directly on Watch What Happens Live whether she's still close with Boy George, her response was devastating. "No," she said simply. "He is firmly in PK's camp. Hasn't even reached out. It's kind of like, yeah." The lack of communication from someone who was once so integrated into their lives speaks volumes. But once the marriage ended, so apparently did that friendship without even a check-in text. PK serves as Boy George's talent manager, which explains the loyalty. He knows where his paychecks come from. But for Dorit, losing that friendship on top of everything else highlighted how her entire support system has shifted since the split. According to Life and Style sources, Dorit and PK face potential loss of their $7.9 million home and past due tax bills, with both going to war over money. Dorit is requesting financial support despite being a full-time Bravo star earning approximately $100,000 per season, while PK has hit back trying to get a piece of her TV earnings. Legal expert Ronald Richards told the U.S. Sun that if a marriage is considered long-term with the cutoff at 10 years, the court retains jurisdiction to award spousal support forever, and the law might be on Dorit's side. The couple married in 2015, making their union nearly 10 years. The couple also doesn't have a prenuptial agreement, which complicates everything. With astronomical legal bills mounting and both refusing to back down, their lawyers are fighting it out while the financial stress only increases.